Hello? Hello? Hello, what on live stream? I'm Yutao. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Lita. Welcome to our tip class today. First of all, I hope you are doing great. Welcome to our live stream. Today in our tip, I'm very excited to share premium Chinese yellow tea. This is my first time to introduce Chinese yellow with you. This yellow tea is made from very high grade tea buds. This tea is from Chinese Sichuan province, Ya'an City, high altitude tea garden from Mengding tea mountain, Mengding mountain. Okay, this is the tea I want to share with you today. Okay, first of all, I write the title of this tea. This tea is from Chinese Sichuan province. Sichuan province. I don't know have ever tried any Chinese yellow tea. If you okay, if you ever try or ever heard, you are very welcome to share your tea experience or comment. Okay, yellow tea nowadays. Yellow tea is one of Chinese 6 grand category. So according to different tea making process and oxidation level, we classify Chinese tea as 6 grand categories. We have green tea, yellow tea, oolong, dark tea, black tea, white tea, 6 categories. However, yellow tea nowadays, yellow tea has the minimum yield production output a year. And besides, yellow tea, very sad to know that yellow tea is it's a kind of precious rarity and disappearing. Later on, I'll explain why this yellow tea is disappearing little by little in China. Because even in China tea market, yellow tea is, I can say, the less popular tea in China, even in China. Okay, the tea is this is reason today I want to share this wonderful tea. It has a less population, less reputation than this tea. Honestly, this tea has a very exceptional, particular flavor, taste, and fragrance profile. Very interesting. It's kind of interesting. In our tea class, the first hour, I will introduce tea, yellow tea with you to show you how to bring with the traditional Gong Fu Cha Wei step by step. Even you are new to this Mengding yellow bud tea, don't worry. After this class, you will have understanding about this tea, and besides, you will know how to bring it with the correct way. Okay. For our second part, I will show you some authentic, beautiful, handmade, original design Chinese tea wares. During our tea session, please feel free to ask me any questions or share any opinion in our comment. Okay, this is the this is the program of our tea class today. Okay, so far any question? First of all, let's have a general look. As usual, before we start our live stream, before we start our tea ceremony, I always want to share. I want to always invite you with me to look at this tea. This tea, physically, you can see that this tea. This tea is made from very high grade tea buds. You can see only tea buds here with uh, physically, okay, physically it has a beautiful yellowish color, right? For yellow tea, there's a famous, we generally describe yellow tea as yellow tea leaves and yellow tea. Later on, when I bring this tea, you can see the beautiful yellowish tea soup color. This tea, if you see clearly, you can also see the tea buds are covered with such beautiful golden silver tea hair. Those tea hairs are very important for our tea soup to play a very important role to improve tea flavor, tea taste, and tea fragrance. This is the tea I want to share with you today. Can you see it? Morning teacher, very happy to follow lessons. Listen to your lessons. It's a pleasure learning about Chinese. Hello, hello, Uncle. Okay. Yellow tea, okay, because I suppose if you are not familiar with yellow tea, yellow tea is kind of, yellow tea has a very long time tea making history since thousands years ago. We can also say yellow tea is kind of accidental tea because why? Because yellow tea, when technically you can say yellow tea shares some features of green tea. This is true because we invent this tea during Chinese green tea making process. How we discover this tea, how we invent this tea, actually, that's why we call it accidental. Because during Chinese traditional green tea making process, after this fixation, rolling process, if the artisan, the tea maker, they don't dry the tea enough, or they dry the tea in time, the tea will turn yellow. This is how we invent this tea. However, this accidental error directly help us create a new tea. Generally, yellow tea, especially for such high grade yellow tea, is characterized sweet flavor, sweet corn flavor, and taste. Besides, the fragrance profile of yellow tea is very complex, very charming, interesting. It also tastes very mellow and very flavored. When I bring this, I will show you more details. And now let me introduce the key producing the key craftsmanship of yellow tea. It's called heaping yellowing. Okay, this craftsmanship directly determines the quality and the features of yellow tea. It's called heaping yellowing. I think you will. This is quite interesting because you will see the artisan just use a cotton paper to rope the tea together and wait for a while to let the tea turn yellow. You see, this is the heaping yellowing process. It's you can see yellow. Physically, it has beautiful yellowish color. If I don't tell you it's yellow tea, Probably, if I don't, I never tell you this is yellow tea. Probably some of you will think it's green tea, right? Probably think it's green tea. No, it's yellow tea. It's yellow tea. I generally, okay. Sometimes I also call yellow tea as a misunderstanding tea because some people, because they never heard yellow tea and they would think directly this is a green tea after a long time storing. Okay, as you know, green tea for green tea we do have consumption limited time. Okay, but this is yellow tea. This tea has such yellowish color not because we put it for a long time. The color is determined by the essential craftsmanship I just show in the video. It's called a heme yellowing. Okay. So funny questions. Okay. Please feel free to share any questions in our comment. Don't be shy. And now everything's prepared. We can start our tea ceremony. To bring a good cup of yellow tea, the tea I'm gonna share with you, it's called Mengding yellow bud tea because it's made from, this tea is from Sichuan Mengding mountain. It's made from very high grade tea bud. So this is why we call it Mengding yellow bud tea. Okay. To bring a good cup of yellow tea in Chinese tea ceremony, you need to pay attention to three important points. The first thing is the tea to water ratio. For this tea, I can tell you that bring this tea, the brewing method is almost same like bring a high grade premium Chinese green tea. Tea to water ratio, I would recommend to use like 1 to 50, and water temperature because this tea is from very high grade tea buds. So when you bring this tea, please make sure that your water is not so hot. Generally, I recommend advise you to use around 90 Celsius degree. Steeping time of 15 seconds. Okay, I will share those brewing information. If you are new to this tea, you want to discover this tea, please take note because those information can will be directly will be very for your first discovery of this tea. Okay, now. Okay. Before our first infusion, when we everything is prepared, and now we need to preheat. The first step in Chinese tea ceremony, we call it preheating process. This step is necessary and inevitable because water temperature is key point to bring a good cup of Chinese tea in Chinese tea ceremony. How to do it? It's very simple. Physically, this tea, when you bring it, you can see the tea leaves. They are turning, they are dancing in the water. Are very beautiful. That's why this is the reason why I choose a transparent teapot to bring it, so that we can view better the beautiful tea leaves. Now we preheat the teapot. Preheat the teapot. You can notice that when I bring high-grade Chinese green tea, yellow tea, I always love to choose such transparent teapot to bring it because we can directly see the full tea leaves. And preheat the fairy cup as well. This fairy cup in Chinese we call it 公道杯. The function of this fairy cup is to spill tea fairly into every teacup. Imagine today you have 3 guests in the tea ceremony. To show equal respect for each person, we need this utensil glass cup to spill tea into every teacup. Okay. This is Mengding yellow bud tea I want to share with you today. Now after preheating the teapot, now I'm gonna put the tea into the teapot. Very beautiful high-grade tea leaf, the tea buds. They shape like a little bird tongue. In Chinese, we also call such high-grade tea bud as 确实 in Chinese. We literally you can call it bird's tongue because it's very little. It's little and it's very delicate. And then smell the dry tea. The dry tea has a very pleasant, sweet aroma. Sweet has a very pleasant gram fragrance. Here water temperature we use around 90 Celsius degree. For the moment water is a little bit hot, so I just pour in this. Peach smiles more beautiful than newly bloomed flower, for it is like light of the stars at midnight. Thank you, Franco. Thank you. Water temperature we use around 90 Celsius here. For the moment, this water is still a little bit hot, so let's wait for a while. This yellow tea I strongly recommend to you because first of all, this tea regarding the material, this tea is made from first spring harvest. What's the meaning of the first spring? For Chinese tea, the spring tea has the highest value, especially for the first time to first harvest means this year the first time to pick those tea buds. Those tea buds they germinate in the spring, and then our tea farmers pick up them directly from the tea tree. This is what we call first spring harvest. And besides, this tea is from an high altitude tea garden above 800 meters of Sichuan Mengding mountain. This tea is this tea It came up this month. Very fresh green tea, very fresh. No, sorry, yellow tea. It's not green tea. Sorry. Now we can pour the tea, pour the water. When you bring such high grade soft tender tea, okay, there is a tip I want to share with you. When you when you bring such high grade tea, please pour water as gentle as possible. Don't rush water into the teapot because those teapots they are very they are very soft. We need to treat them very gentle, very tenderly. Okay, how to do it? You can pour water along the edge of the teapot by this way. Wow, look at those tea hairs. They di directly drop in the water. You see it? Wow, so lovely. Look at this tea soup. Without trying it, just look at those rich tea hair, tea amino acids inside the tea soup. And you must taste the delicious and the very fresh. See the beautiful tea buds inside. They start to stretch in the tea. Now we pour tea. We describe yellow tea as yellow leaves and the yellow tea soup. Just look at this beautiful yellowish tea soup color, very bright, very clear. Food of tea amino acids. Rich tea amino acids. This is a proof, a great sign of high grade tea buds. Especially for such spring, first spring harvest tea. Yellow tea is technically yellow tea is slightly fermented tea. So compare with green tea, yellow tea tastes more mild, more tender. This is true because certain portion of tea polyphenol get oxidated. This is reason. This is reason why I always said a yellow tea has the fragrance of green tea and the pleasure of white tea and mellowness of black tea and mildness of dark tea. This tea is quite neutral, quite neutral, combine of some features of other Chinese tea types. This tea, if you never try it, I strongly recommend to you. Very interesting, very interesting. This Mengding yellow bud tea has a very pleasant dominant fragrance of sweet corn, sweet. And besides this yellow tea, also mixtures has a mixture fragrance of tender cooked chestnut and the refreshing floral aroma. That's that's very impressive. This tea fragrance profile is very surprising and impressive. Do you know what sweet corn aroma smells like? This is when you cook raw raw corn directly in the water. You take the corn away. The moment when you take away the cover of the pot, this tea has a very similar fragrance, and we call it this kind of a sweet. We call it a sweet corn aroma. Mm. Taste very mellow, flavored with this uh, sweet corn and sweet corn and green fragrance. Bonjour. Mm. Wonderfully sweet this tea. This is our new arrival tea. As I explained, April is a great month because in this month, all kinds of premium green tea, yellow tea, white tea will just come out this month. This is this is my our first time to introduce this high grade premium yellow tea with you. I sincerely recommend to you have fun. The fragrance is long lasting as well. Wonderful. And drinking it just like drinking cold water. Bonjour, bonjour Aurore. Well, after drinking it, there's a wonderful, great, sweet aftertaste. Any questions? Please feel free. Don't be shy. If you have any questions about this tea, please share in our comment. The palate is full of this sweet corn aroma and cooked chestnuts. Very flavored. Hello from Turkey. I appreciate you. Thank you. Teacher, you're so amazing. You're always just so well loved. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you, Franco. Now we continue our second infusion. This tea, compare with okay, here this compare with the Chinese green tea. This yellow tea is more resistant to bring over 5 times. Here we don't say it because a Chinese white green tea quality is worse than this. No, this is not what I mean. But uh, um, thanks to this exceptional essential craftsmanship called heaping yelling in yellow tea. Yeah. After this heaping yelling process, this tea becomes more flavored, more mellow, more fragrant. It's true because uh, let me say more with a simple way. Okay, this yellow tea you can imagine it's kind of extra. Okay, green tea with extra craftsmanship. This is why we always say yellow tea shares some features of green tea. This is true. Uh, a lot of people when they try yellow tea, okay, because here why in the beginning of our live stream I mentioned that this tea is kind of disappearing tea. Do you know why? Because due to a lot of misunderstanding of yellow tea, when the people they look at the yellow tea without knowing it's yellow tea, they have a prejudice, okay, judgment about this yellow tea. They tend to think that yellow is kind of green tea with a long time. But here, long time, this is negative, long time storing. And those when they look at the yellow tea, think the yellow tea. Look at the physically looks. It has a yellowish color. It doesn't green like a green tea, so they will tend to think they have a prejudice that this tea is bad tea. So what's the result? The artisans, the tea makers, because they want to satisfy the market. When we make tea, we're gonna sell in the market, right? Because our clients, they don't, they misunderstand yellow tea, and then the tea farmers, the tea makers, when they hear feedback from the client, so they what's the problem of yellow tea in China? They tend to make yellow tea look like green tea. So some yellow tea nowadays sold in even in China. If you look at the tea making process, it's almost the same like green tea without this heaping yelling. So what's the feature of yellow tea can remain? This is the reason. This is very sad because personally I'm very sad because yellow tea is very worthy tea. It should not be misunderstood this way. And besides, this tea will disappearing with this such misunderstanding. And today, when I prepare this live stream, I would like to introduce with this tea with more details so you can understand the history of the yellow tea and the situation of the yellow tea nowadays. Because it's true that once this kind of tea craftsmanship disappear, it's very hard to inherit again, to remake it. This is the situation. And this tea, personally, before this yellow tea disappear, I sincerely, strongly recommend you to have a try, give a chance to this yellow tea, and you will. I cannot say you 100% fall in love, but this tea, believe me, it does has exceptional flavor taste, and it will surprise you. This is my this is my introduction of this Mengding yellow bud tea. This tea. Now we continue. So far, any questions? Okay, we continue our third infusion. This is the water temperature. I'm used around 90 Celsius. 90 Celsius degree. Water along the wall, the edge of a tip. You can see The water doesn't directly touch the tea. Look at these beautiful tea buds. Wow, very beautiful. Look at. Wow, very tender. Looks so tender. Oh, lovely clarity. Hello, 5 time no see. Welcome, welcome again. For the moment, we are bring Chinese Mengding yellow bud tea. This is kind of yellow tea, very precious, very rare. This tea is made from first spring harvest. Look at those tea here inside the tea. Look at this. Wow. Those tea-haired fuzz, look, those tea fuzz, they play a very important role in um, in tea flavors, taste, and fragrance. Those tea fuzz, those they are form of tea amino acids. Those tea amino acids, they will improve the level of sweetness, freshness, and the fragrance of the tea. When you look at such tea soup with those rich tea fuzz, without looking it's the tea directly, I can imagine this tea must be high, must be high. Okay. Oh, wonderful. This tea has a wonderful mixture, fragrance. Uh, I call this tea, Mengding yellow bud tea, as I call this tea as a yellow tea with soury, delicious food fragrance because it's mixture of sweet corn aroma, tender cooked chestnut, and refreshing floral aroma. Besides, very pleasant milk fragrance as well. Can you imagine? Uh, it's very pleasurable to smell it. Food fragrance. I call it this tea with a food delicious fragrance. Oh, wow. It tastes so sweet, but this sweet is it's quite um, particular. It's like it's sweet, just like when you cook corn, entire corn in the water. When you try the corn water left in the pot, it's very similar. Uh, Personally, this tea and this flavor, personally, I like very much. I don't have you ever cooked any corn maize? That's This tea I sincerely, strongly recommend to try. Have a try. After sip this tea, gives you a amazing lingering finish and fragrance inside your tongue, inside your mouth. So, any question? After drinking, it focus after drinking in a while, focus on what you feel inside your mouth, above your tongue. Wonderful, sweet aftertaste. Um, Good morning from the Netherlands. Good morning, Stella. Good morning. Welcome to join live stream. For the moment, we are bring premium Chinese yellow tea. It's called Mengding yellow bud tea because this tea is from Sichuan Mengding mountain. Besides, it's made from bud, very high grade bud. That's why we name it as Mengding. Mengding yellow bud tea. It's kind of Chinese yellow tea. Chinese yellow tea. Smell it. When you pour tea, when we pour the tea out, I smell the fragrance left inside. Wow, it's so sweet. Where can we get yellow tea in Europe? Central. If you're interested in this tea, please go to check out your shop link in our bio, in our profile. I had first yellow tea yellow oolong tea yesterday. Sounds like similar what you describe, a very unique sweetness. Oh yeah, this is not oolong tea. Oolong tea is a kind of another oolong tea. It's another tea category. This Mengding yellow bud tea falls into the category of the yellow tea. If you look at the entire tea making process, they are totally different. They are totally different. This tea is money free and so are you teach. Thank you, Frank. Tea I strongly recommend to have a try. It will surprise you. Very exceptional flavor and taste. We always say yellow tea is kind of a natural tea. It combines the fragrance of green tea, the pleasure of white tea, and the mellowness of black tea, and the gentleness of dark tea. Kind of natural tea. Probably because this tea, even in China, this is actual situation of yellow tea. Yellow tea is always kind of a misunderstanding by people. They will tend to think, most of people, when the first time when you saw yellow tea, they will think it's kind of a yellowish green tea. It's not true. It's not true. Because besides the green tea making process, yellow tea is applied with the essential craftsmanship called heaping yelling. Heaping yelling. This craftsmanship directly determines the yellow tea features. This tea has unforgettable sweet corn flavor and tender cooked chestnut. Do you know what it smells like when you cook? It's not kind of fried chestnut fragrance. it's cooked chestnut fragrance. When you cook chestnut with water to steam it, and when you take away the lid or the fragrance, is exactly what I'm describing now. So I can find that in a Chinese store where I can live in Netherlands. So can I also as there are, if you're interested in this tea, you can we are also selling this tea in our tea shop. You can find our tea shop link in our bio profile. You can see our tea shop link. This tea I recommend to you. We'll do our third infusion. Thank you. You're welcome. This is a very fresh tea, very new tea. Just come up. This tea just come up in the market this month. Quite fresh, quite very fresh. Now we continue third infusion, and later on to store this tea because this yellow tea is just like a green tea. Consumption time is limited. When you bring such a tender tea, please remember you have to treat this tea as possible. Don't rush the water too strongly into the teapot. How to do it? It's very simple. You can pour tea along the edge of the teapot. You can see the water stream is very slow, and they don't. The water stream doesn't touch the tea directly, so that this tea can remain tender, exquisite flavor and taste. Look at this. Wow. Such beautiful tea buds. Those tea buds are 100% manual. Can you imagine? 100% manual, because you cannot use machine to pick out such high grade tea buds. All of them they pick up by our tea farmers' hands, one by one. So every time we drink such a tea, this tea, even from our part to send to you, okay, it takes a lot of efforts from the first process. We get the tea, fresh tea leaves, and then the tea making process, and then you finally get. It's a lot of efforts. And you can, this is our third infusion. Look at. A lot of tea hairs inside. What do these teas do for your body? Does it herbal to heal your body skin? Yeah, sure, Estella. This Chinese tea is very healthy, very rich. Like this tea has this tea first of all has is very beneficial for our body, our health, because this tea contains tea polyphenol. Though this tea has a benefit because it has tea polyphenol. Tea polyphenol is kind of substance with anti-aging, antioxidant function. Look at those teas. You can see how those tea buds they are look at those tea buds. Look at those tea buds. They are so small, so tender. because this the teapot I'm using here, there's a filter inside, but those teapots, even they can run through this filter, means the grade is so high and they are so small, they're tender. There's a, we call it in Chinese, we call it two running fish. Look at this. They are just stand up like a, can you see? Very interesting. You see that there are two buds inside. Yes, I can see this tea. This Mengding yellow bud tea has a wonderful, delicious fruit flavor and taste. It's a mixture of sweet corn, sweet maize, aroma, and tender cooked chestnut, refreshing floral fragrance. Beside milky scent, a natural milky scent. This is our third infusion. This tea can be brewed over 5 times. 5 times. Naturally sweet, mellow, exquisite. Without any unpleasant astringency and bitterness. What's it all like Combia's lemongrass and the ginger? No, it smells like a corn, sweet corn, maize, sweet corn, uh, uh, sweet corn, chestnut, cooked tender chestnut. It's not like fried chestnut, like the cooked. When you cook a chestnut with water, and when you the fragrance you can get from this tea, very delicious. This is this is kind of tea I call it. When you smell it, your mouth is watering. And besides the after taste is wonderful. The finish is lingering, very flavored, rich, tender. Very rich. Just like a sweet corn water. When you, I don't know, in your place in China, um, we Chinese we Chinese people love to cook corn directly in water. When you take the corn away and try the corn water, yeah, this tea has very similar flavor. I call it sweet corn water. It takes a sweet, fresh, mellow. And besides this tea is also like what I explained. This tea shares some features of green tea. This tea is also has a refreshing floral aroma. I wish I already had this tea and can drink with you to talk about how the flavor tastes. That's great. This tea I strongly recommend to you. The fragrance left the bottom of the fei cup, 公道杯. Fresh, mellow, sweet, tender, flavored. Now we're gonna do our fourth infusion. As usual, here we use around 90 Celsius degree. 90 Celsius degree. Look at those tea. Here, those tea buds, they are dancing, running, turning up and down in, look at, such beautiful tea soup. How many different tea? Hundreds, because actually, actually every year there's new tea to come out. Hundreds. Just talking about our Chinese tea making history can date back 2,000 years ago. Can you imagine? 2,000 years ago. Look at this. Wow. Those fast tea here in the tea soup. This tea. Look at this great brightness and clarity. Wow. This is right. Really beautiful. Look at those tea buds. Amazing. Thank you. That's true. Definitely. This is a quite new tea. They just come out they just come out this month. Yellow tea is just like a Chinese green tea. Just like a Chinese green tea. It's just like Chinese green tea. When you how we store it, the best consumption limit time I recommend to you is around 17 months, 1.5 year. 1 year and a half. How to store it? Please, when you please store it in your refrigerator. Okay. Please store in refrigerator. If you put in the freezing pot, it can remain 3-4 years without any problem. Due to this pouring technique on all tea, I've been pouring water directly on leaves because I thought it would be wake up the tea the best. That may be not true. Okay, regarding this, okay, it depends on different tea. Because this tea is made from very high tea buds, the highest grade tea buds. So when you bring such a high grade tea, generally we want that this tea remains a softer, tender flavor, right? So we will evit the water to brush the tea directly on purpose. This is why you see when I bring this tea, I just pour tea along the edge of the teapot very carefully. For sure, when you bring such some oolong, you can use a very fast water stream, rush the water directly to the teapot. It depends on the tea. I'm loving this teapot. This teapot give it to me and I give a close. Franco, this tea, I sincerely recommend to you. Look at this beautiful yellowish green, yellowish color. La Terre semble belle. This one, this teapot, this kind of teapot, I call it must have for high grade Chinese green tea, because including this yellow tea, this tea, high grade Chinese tea, like silver needle green tea, fine green tea, fine yellow tea, they are featured by its very delicate, beautiful, high grade, beautiful, delicate physical appearance. So with such a teapot, you can view for your eyes, it's grand pleasure. You can view directly those teapots, tea leaves. They are dancing, they are turning up and down in the teapot. This teapot is also very nice when I often use it to do the cold brew in summertime. This one. This teapot inside, there's a filter. You see, there's a filter, very practical to use it. Multi colors available. There's a I remember there's a green color as well. This one is a purple with a purple handle. Oh, then you damage the tea leaves when you serving too quickly, and the leaves gonna be too right. Yeah, your pouring way could change, affect the tea flavor. So we first of all we understand what's the features of the tea grade, and then we choose the correct brewing method. We have to adapt to every tea. So you see, we here for this tea, I recommend this way. Probably next live stream, I share another tea with you. It will be a different way, and including water temperature, steeping time, tea to water ratio as well. I'll try. This is our fourth. This is our fourth infusion. Wow, it remains such natural sweetness when we bring it for the fourth time. Sweet, net sweet. It tastes like scone water. This is our fourth infusion. Of the first fourth infusion, this refreshing floral aroma becomes more and more noticeable. The first to the third infusion, the dominant fragrance. Now this is fourth. You can see the fragrance change. The fragrance change. The first to the third infusion, sweet corn fragrance is more distinct, noticeable. However, when we bring it for this one fourth infusion, floral fragrance become more and more noticeable. You can see the change. You can smell the change. You can know. Now I get curious about this. Yeah, this tea very worthy to have a try, because I dare say yellow tea. Yellow tea is quite rare, even in China, because this yellow tea is quite disappearing tea. for many reasons. For many reasons. It's really sad to see yellow tea disappear little by little in China, even in China. This tea, this Mengding yellow bud tea comes with delicious, we call it grain fragrance, food fragrance. Yeah, it's really sad to be, because because uh, technically, okay, technically this tea, why it's disappearing? Because nowadays, not nowadays, even before, people misunderstand yellow tea. They tend to think this is a green tea with a yellow color. Because there's some yellow tea. There's some yellow tea because the tea makers, they want to satisfy uh, clients in the market, clients, because you make tea, you're gonna to sell it. People misunderstand yellow tea and they think that the yellow tea, why this green tea looks so yellow. So when the tea maker, they hear such a feedback when they make yellow tea, based on the yellow tea making process, okay, in the essential craftsmanship called heaping yelling, try to decrease the yelling time, heaping yelling time. So what's the result? Yellow tea will become more and more like a green tea, so it loses its original flavor taste. That's why this tea, I say this tea is disappearing. It will eventually disappear one day in the market. This is not a, this is not this is something we can expect, predict in the future, because the weather conditions and so on. It's not about weather conditions, like we would say a trend. It's like a trend. It's like something, because what is tea? Let me say it with a simple way, because nobody buy, and the tea maker will be not will to do it, because if it doesn't make any profit, people misunderstand that, and they think that's a green tea with a yellow color. There's a huge misunderstanding. Okay. Oh. Okay. I drink a lot of this, a lot of tea today. That's hopefully it will change in future. Yeah. Everything about this scene and the tea feels like spring. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. This is our fifth. We continue. Continue. This tea can be brewed over 5 times, and then we move to our next section. But furthermore, this tea is fit for cold brewing as well. Cold brewing in summertime. In summertime, you can do some. Look at this. Look at those beautiful tea buds. Those tea buds, they are first buds germinating of from spring. First harvest. This tea just come out in the mid. This month, early of this month. Look at this. Wow, beautiful. April, this month is a wonderful month, especially for Chinese tea lovers. In this month, almost all kinds of premium Chinese green tea, white tea, yellow tea, almost all of them, a premium tea will come out this month. April, we got a lot of high quality spring tea to try this month. That's wonderful. In the Netherlands, the normal tea are not tasty anymore, so that's why I'm looking for good and better tea for my house. And yeah, and besides for Chinese premium tea, for such, especially for such tea, generally those tea they don't put the organic logo, but I can tell you that for those teas, uh, almost organic, because to win the organic logo, you got there requires a lot of certification. But with spring tea, for Chinese spring tea, if you cares a lot about the some chemical, we call it herbal seed, no herbal, yeah, herbal seed, or chemical uh, chemical treatment used on the tea tree. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. They are very healthy, very eco-friendly. Because generally for green tea, for spring tea, uh, t- there's not necessary to use any chemical treatment or for the tea tree. Okay. Let's continue. If you don't have any further questions about tea, we just move to our teaware section. Today, in this wonderful spring season, April this month, I love to share how to display some beautiful teawares relates with spring flowers with you. Look at this. This is a new arrival. Can you recognize what flower it is? I'll zoom so we can see it. This is a new arrival. Okay, fantastic. Um, Sakura flower. Can you recognize it? This flower blossoms this month as well. Purple wisteria, 100% handmade. 100% handmade. Purple wisteria. Wow, look at the details. It's like rose. Wisteria. With wisteria, you often generally they they often crops above roof with a certain in structure. It's not. This is not rose. Oh, my favorite color. Yeah, purple. This one really lovely. Look at with high feet, 100% handmade. This one's made from Chinese precious
wisteria, yes. Chinese clay called Yangzhi. Literally, you can call it mountain fake jade clay. This clay has a beautiful jade, the texture and finish. Look at this 100% made. Really lovely. Very elegant. This is a new arrival. Beautiful. Thank you. And we also have a high fit bamboo and panda cups. Look at this. 100% handmade. Every piece is single piece. This clay is very beautiful. This clay is unique clay, Chinese clay. You can means you can only find in China. You will not see such Yangzhi clay from other country, other region. Get this, the bamboo. How cute! Yeah, very lovely. 100% handmade. Really lovely. Three bamboo bamboo. Look at this one. Such a lovely one. That teapot. Now, this is a teacup. When you pour tea inside, this we call lazy panda lying on a cup. Look at the beautiful bamboo. 100% handmade from made from Yangzhi. I also have this one. Look at this. This is really original. Yeah, original design teacup. You can only find from our tea shop. This bamboo. Oh, hello. He's saying hello. So lovely. High feet. Personally, I like very much high feet teacup. Very elegant. Look at it. And take a look. Really love it. Definitely lovely. Look at this. Original design. Bamboo. I need to go back to work. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you a great day as well. Take care. Wisteria. Besides those, we also have a set of can you recognize this flower? This flower. This flower. Do you know what it is? Let's start with this. This set is made from precious Yangzhi clay as well, 100% peony. Peony. Later on, you will see a peony set. This one, probably you think it's sakura. It's not sakura. Okay, this is a Chinese traditional flower. It's called plume flower. Plume flower. In Chinese, we say 梅花. This flower blossoms in winter, not in spring. In winter, when it's snowing, when it's very cold. We also call it three friends in China. We Chinese people love very much plume flower because this flower never wither in winter. It blossoms in winter. Details. The flower, plume flower, yeah, plume flower. But this plume flower, it's not the plume, the fruit flower. We call it plume flower, but this flower would not have a plume fruit. It's not the same plant. It's very lovely. This teapot shape. This one is very lovely for ladies. This one, 100% handmade. Look at details. You can also use the cover of this teapot shape. We call it baoping. You know, in baoping, baoping inside their filter. Very practical when you use it. You don't need an extra filter when you bring it. You can also use it for this one with as an incense holder. Do they also from the plume flower perfume? You mean to make a perfume? This to make to perfume? Do you mean? Use an incense holder. Very elegant. Handmade. There's a kind of plume flower we made. We made perfume with a plume flower type called, we call it lame. Yes, true. Yellow with the yellow. The volume of this baoping is around 150 ml. Very elegant. Oh, by the amazing. Thank you, Franco. By the way, this glaze, okay, I want to explain something. This is kind of wood fire ware as well. This glaze, you see here, this is not the artificial glaze. This glaze is natural form during wiring process. It's not artificial glaze. This glaze natural from the firing process. This one, this is the cup. Very lovely. Handmade. Wow, look at this wonderful spring set. This set really lovely. Pink. Cute teacup, yeah, definitely. If you're interested in this set, please go to the shop link below. Besides those, we also have porcelain, fine porcelain, China. This is a masterpiece from Chinese. My lunch break is over. Thank you so much for your explanation. See you soon. See you. See you. this is, can you recognize this flower? This flower. This flower. This is this flower blossoms this month as well. It's Chinese national flower. In Chinese, called mudan, peony, peony. The size of blossoming peony is large. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous and with a large size. It's painted by Master Yu Hongliang. Master Yu Hongliang, museum signature. First of all, let's start with this tree. This is a masterpiece of fine china. This painting craftsmanship we call it. Thank you for sharing. I also have to go. Thank you. See you next time. See you. Good day. This painting craftsmanship in Chinese called family rose. In Chinese, literally you can call it family rose. This family rose. This is family rose. Look at the painting. Two butterflies. This is a tray. You can use this tray as a decoration or tea tray to match with the teapot. Very beautiful. Look at this. Look at this teacup. Peony, hand painted drawn peony. Purple, pink. Outside it's painted as well. This is Chinese traditional craftsmanship called fencai or family rose. Very elegant piece. Signature. Butterfly, very lovely. This is the guy one. This guy one. Peony. This color. Purple. Gorgeous fine china set. This guy one room is 150 ml. Signature from the maker. This is entire set. Wonderful spring. Look at this. It's amazing. If you're interested in this set, please go to check out the shop link in our bio, in our profile. Now I'm gonna introduce a beautiful blue-white person. This one. This is a new arrival tea. Perfect. Thank you. Hello. This is a Chinese. This pattern in Chinese we call it 饕餮啊，饕餮pattern. This pattern can date. This is one of the most antique pattern in China. Can date back from 4,000, 5,000 years ago. Can you imagine? Looks very contemporary, very modern. Before I'm showing more details, I would like to show you a video of this 饕餮pattern history.
了解神秘的饕餮纹。饕餮，上古神话中四大凶兽之一。据《山海经》记载，其羊身面，眼睛在腋下，虎齿人爪，声音如婴儿。据说其贪吃无厌，任何能看到的都放过，甚至把自己的身体及四肢都给吃了。所以我们现在看到的饕餮形象，只有面部，没有身子。饕餮纹，一种抽象且没有固定形象的动物纹饰，常见于商代及西周早期的青铜器上。饕餮纹的叫法最早起源于宋代，但这种纹饰的出现则可追溯到距今4、5千年前的良渚文化时期。饕餮纹形象多变，没有统一的标准，但其特征也很明显，以鼻梁为中线，左右两侧对称，有眼睛、兽脚、眉毛、耳朵等组成一张脸，部分纹饰还有兽爪等。至于如何找到饕餮纹，记住2个关键点就行了：对称、大眼，特别是大眼，可以说是饕餮纹最重要的特征了。饕餮纹实际上是各种动物形象纹饰的集合体，是各种各样动物或幻想中的动物头部的正面图案。所以到了近代，学者们更倾向称呼这种纹饰为兽面纹。兽面纹流行于商代和西周前期，大量出现在青铜器的显著位置。西周晚期及以后，兽面纹逐渐减少，且不再作为器身的重要纹饰，一般只作为辅助性纹饰，出现在器物的耳或足上。了解神秘的饕餮纹。饕餮，上古神话中4大凶兽之一。据《山海经》记载，其羊身人面，眼睛在腋下，虎齿人爪，声音如婴儿。据说其贪吃无厌，任何能看到的东西都不放过，甚至把自己的身体及四肢都给吃了。所以我们现在看到的饕餮形象，只有面部，没有身子。饕餮纹，一种抽象且没有固定形象的动物纹饰，常见于商代及西周早期的青铜器上。饕餮纹的叫法最早起源于宋代，但这种纹饰的出现则可追溯到距今4、5千年前的良渚文化时期。饕餮纹形象多变，没有统一的标准，但其特征也很明显，以鼻梁为中线，左右两侧对称，有眼睛、兽脚、眉毛、耳朵等组成一张脸，部分纹饰还有兽爪等。至于如何找到饕餮纹，记住2个关键点就行了：对称、大眼，特别是大眼，可以说是饕餮纹最重要的特征了。饕餮纹实际上是各种动物形象纹饰的集合体，是各种各样动物。
Okay, now look at this. This is a very typical Chinese, we call it a brass utensil called ding, with 3 feet. This one is from Xizhou dynasty around 2,000, 3,000 years ago. Look at this. This is engraved Taotie pattern on this antique brass, Chinese antique brass utensil. Okay. This is, look at this one. This tray is painted 100% handmade. 100% handmade, hand painted with a traditional pigment called cobalt pigment. You can see this, especially for this blue color, very exceptional, beautiful blue color. This one, this set is hand painted with one of the most antique Chinese pattern called the Taotie pattern, and this pattern you can see is quite symmetrical. In the video, we introduce this Taotie pattern with symmetrical feature, and you can see quite very looks very contemporary, very modern. It's not like can you imagine this pattern can date back from 4,000 years ago. It doesn't look so antique, right? It looks so contemporary. This is a tree. This set personally, I like very much. My first side love set. Okay, let's start with this. Let's start with this cup. This cup. Look at this beautiful glaze, symmetrical pattern, Taotie pattern. Really interesting. Signature from maker. There's a inner painting as well. This set I strongly recommend to you. Very interesting, very precious. Chinese blue white print. This pattern. This is kind one. Look at this kind one. This kind outside fully painted. Taotie pattern. This is eyes. Taotie's eyes. Symmetrical. Signature from the original design. This is the cover. Very artistic. Contemporary. Looks like contemporary art piece. But can you imagine this Taotie pattern can date back from 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago. This guy one volume is around 150 ml. 150 ml. Very lovely. This is the tree. This tree. It's amazing. 100% hand painted. It's amazing. This is a masterpiece. This set I sincerely strongly recommend to you. If you want to buy some original design, exceptional tea set, this one. This one I strongly recommend to you. Very particular. If you're interested in anything if you're interested in this set, please go to check out the shop link in below. Okay, this is how it looks like. Entire set. Very original. Okay, so final questions? Any questions?
This Mengding yellow bati, I sincerely rate you as well. A wonderful tea. Okay, so final questions? Okay, guys, if you don't have any further questions about our tea and wear, it's time to say goodbye. My name is Ita. Thank you so much for your watching and your precious time. I'll be very glad to see you again in our next live stream. If you're interested in anything we are presenting, displaying in our live stream today, please go to check out the shop link in our bio in our profile. I wish you a great day and great holidays. For thank you so much. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Wish you a great day and great night. See you next time. Ciao, ciao. See you.